So let's get to Kenneth in Ohio. Kenneth, you're on the air. Go ahead, Ken.
Are you there?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to talk real quick on the fentanyl issue.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not proud of this, but unfortunately our son got very much involved in this, totally underneath our nose, and I'm just going to throw this out to parents. Our son started out at 21 years old. This was happening right under our nose. We didn't see it. We didn't suspect it. We didn't understand it. And I want everybody to know that this is a real issue. It's unbelievable how real it is. And the people, it knows no boundaries. It's not for the low-income people, medium income, high. It's everywhere. And I'm telling you, as an adult, as a parent of an adult child, this is real. It's bad. It's getting worse. In talking to the officers when all this went down, it's so prolific in this area of Virginia, which is on the west side of Virginia. West side of Richmond. It's unbelievable. We were fortunate enough to be able to stop our son. He did not OD or anything like that, but we stopped it. He's in rehab now, in a very strict rehab. We pray to God that he can move forward with his life. And I have to tell you, it's not just the individual that it ruins the life of. It's the entire families and friends that have known you for years, and then we find out some of our best friends were dealing with exact same issues. So, John, I just want to tell you that I don't care what anybody says. Any deterrent is a deterrent, and a deterrent down in the border that has to be built. There's no question about it. It has to be built so we can keep some of the scum out of this country that's bringing this stuff in. And then also, too, I don't know how we do it, but if we can find the scum that's selling this stuff, and I'm a firm believer in law, and I'm a firm believer in due justice, but something needs to be slammed against these dealers to the point of forget the 3 strikes and you're out. Mm-hmm. Take those SOBs out and put them where they need to be. And why don't we, I shouldn't say this, get them addicted to the crap and then let them go through that. Let them destroy their own lives. Because the lives that are being destroyed of very good people, honest, hardworking people, because of these morons that are selling this crap and bringing it into the country. And I'm telling you, what I think we should do is go to those other countries and build a wall, but start the same stuff that we started in Colombia and everything else. Started down in Nicaragua, started in Honduras, those gangs and stuff. Let's eliminate the problem at the beginning, which is right there. We've done it before in other countries. Let's focus our energy, take care of the issue where it's rooted. And look, some people may think, oh, that guy's a nutball or whatever. No, I'm a realist. Mm-hmm. I'll do anything I can to protect this country. Mm-hmm. And if it means building a wall, having tighter security, and those nutballs on the left, if they don't like United States, please, I'll buy your frickin' ticket. Go down there. I'll buy your ticket, and you live with those people. Mm-hmm. You want the open borders? You want this? Here, I'm going to personally buy your ticket, and I'll bet you there's 10 million other Americans that will do the same thing. We'll get you a ticket. Go. Please, go on. Because guess what? We created more jobs for other people that want a job. You people can go down there and live with all your nutball people that you think should be allowed to come into this country with every disease and everything else. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm done my soapbox because I don't want to start swearing. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, John.
Well, Kenneth from Ohio, I got a couple minutes here. Walk us through the starting point of your son's addiction.
Probably would have been this time last year. My wife and I started, and look, we come up from a very good family. We're in a very nice area of a suburb. We don't want for anything. I'm very fortunate. I've got a great job. My wife's got a great job. We've got 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. He's the middle. And we just noticed small things, very small, subtle things.
Like what?
Eating habits changing, physical appearance, sunken eyes, very dark circles underneath the eyes. We thought it was because he's working shift work. That's what we thought. Behavior issues, meaning very snippy, snappy to us. We'd ask him questions. Then we started noticing cars come to our driveway. He would walk out, to the mailbox. We started noticing that. That sent a red flag up right away. I questioned it. And, of course, we became the enemy immediately. And then it just started where one evening. What happened was it was one evening. He was in his room, and he was going through. What he tried to do was self quit. He tried to stop his dependency. He was going through withdrawal, yelling, screaming every curse word you can imagine. We both went in there, and he said, "Mom and Dad," he says, I'm doing heroin and fentanyl. And John, I freaked out. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Not my son. And I'm telling you, this happens to every level of society. Not my son. And then it went from bad to worse to, oh my God, what are we going to do? And then he's there, I don't need help, I can do this on my own. At that point, it was too far gone, and we had to get him help, and we didn't do this. I'm going to tell you, too, whatever the insurance companies tell you, it's crap. Mm-hmm. They don't care about you. Mm-hmm. They don't care about your son. Mm-hmm. They don't care about anything, and neither do half these hospitals that advertise on TV. All that is another monetary scam to get your money, bleed your insurance. Once you're done, 30 days, you're out. This is not a 30-day cure for an addict. Mm-hmm. This is worse. Mm-hmm. And if anybody thinks they're going to put their kid into one of those things on TV, addiction center, whatever their names are, it's garbage. Mm-hmm. First thing to know, how much insurance, what's your deductible, we want the money up front. 30 days later, you're cured, out the door, there you go. And the individual goes right back to where he was. We have him in a 1-year program, and it's a very hard program. There are situations out there, too, that you can look with research that do not require a ton of money. They don't need, you don't need to refinance your house to do these things. There are people out there, there are centers out there that will help you and help families just like ours. I'm fortunate that I can afford, a certain level of payment. But again, too, all I'm doing then is enabling my son by doing that. Mm-hmm. These people have to do this on their own, and they have to make that choice. So I just want to tell you, and I want your listeners, please listen. Any type of unique behaviors that start with your kids or your spouse or any of your family, I'm telling you, this knows no monetary boundaries. This is everywhere. I could not believe, after talking about it, how many people I know, very good friends, business associates, CEOs, everything. Their kids are involved in this, and I have one good friend. His wife was involved in it, and he didn't even know it until they caught it in time. But to even experiment with it, you have to stay away from this stuff. It's unbelievable how addictive it is, and it will kill you instantly. I mean, thank God our son he did not get to the point where he was shooting. He was just snorting. And the signs were all there, and we just missed it. Did we miss it because we wanted to? I can't answer that question. Did we miss it because I'm not educated in that kind of stuff? I don't go around looking for how they snort stuff. That's just not who I am. But then when we started looking and we found all this stuff, it was like, oh my God, how did we miss this? So,
how's he doing now?
I'm going to tell you, if anybody thinks you're going to do this in 30, 60, 90 days, forget it. It's a roller coaster.
Is he going to be all right?
It's a roller coaster. It depends on the mood, and you have to totally deprogram these people.
Look, I got to go. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay.
Kenneth, stay with us. I want to get back to Kenneth from Ohio here. He was talking about his son who got addicted to fentanyl and heroin and the journey that they've been through. Kenneth, thanks for your patience with us here on the John Fredericks Radio Network, but I ran out of time. I just didn't want to cut you off. So basically what you're saying is just to wrap this, and I hope it's going to be okay, but your middle son, 21 years old, going from dad and mom, I'm addicted to fentanyl and heroin, I need help, I can't do this alone, to he's in now a clinic for a 1-year period. That's a long time. And what you're saying is the people that told you they could, take your money and do it in a month or whatever, that's all scams. So what is happening with your son now? Like, at what is he been there 3 months, 6 months? Where is he now?
He's been there just over a month, and it's a roller coaster, John. It's we're actually not allowed to see him, which is good, okay? Because also too, I think I'm at the point where I'm not ready to see him. And what they told us is there's going to be many highs, many lows. You need to be prepared. They have to basically deprogram him. Clean his body, and all those different things. And the reason why we chose this one is because of the length of the time, because you also have to change the behavior. You have to change the mindset of the behavior. If that does not happen in those 30-day and 60-day rehab places, they walk out, and the next thing you know, they're right back at it again. They go through everything from social media, and I'm telling you, this is not cool on social media. There's stuff out there that it's cool, and it's this and that, and everybody's doing it. You know what? I don't know how dumb you have to be. Well, hold on a minute. I do. You need to be a Democrat who says we don't have any issues. I don't know if I can say that on your thing, but I think I can. I think you're in agreement with me. But according to those idiots, there is no issue going on right now in the country. Everything should be good. And I'll tell you, like I said before, if any of them, you can give them my phone number, just them. Give them my phone number. I will buy them a ticket to Mexico City or Honduras or anything else. I will pay for you to go and live there for 60 days. And then I want you to come back and let me know how it goes. No, in fact, stay there. I'll get an apartment for you all, too. And you can live in your communal fantasy down there. But this stuff has to be stopped. And I'm telling you, for your listeners, I don't care what it is. You think you have a good relationship with people and all that kind of stuff, and then this comes up, it creeps up. It bit us right in the you-know-what. And we are still stunned by it, shocked by it. And he was functional during this time period, too. It's not like he just went, just kind of flatlined or anything. He was functional. So it's kind of like a functional alcoholic, They learn to hide it very, very well.
Right.
And you just have to, it's very, very frustrating. But the reason, when you caught my attention this morning about everything, and I wanted to share this story because I know I'm not the only person out there. And I'll do everything in my power to help our son, and I'll do everything in my power to help other people, and I'll do everything in my power to help do these things, get the damn wall built and do other things. That this is a serious problem, and it's destroying the infrastructure of our country.
Well, look, Kenneth, I really appreciate Kenneth from Ohio sharing that story. Your son will be in our prayers. What's his name? What's
Connor.
Your son's name? I'm sorry?
Connor.
Okay. Your son Connor will be in our prayers. Now, in the facility that he's in, he's 21. Can he sign himself out or lockdown?
No, he can't.
So is it in? So
there's also some legal issues too.
Right. So
which I don't want to get into
I can.
There's some legal stuff.
I can say that he's not in Ohio then. So because there's just so people know, there's a couple of facilities around the country with judges. Denver, Colorado is one of them, with judges who will sign an order based on someone's addiction or problem over 21 with their parents or one consent that locks them down to a situation. There's a lot of states they won't do that because he's an adult or she's an adult. So I can tell you that Ohio's not one of them. So I know he isn't in Ohio because I'm somewhat familiar with that. But Kenneth, thank you for sharing that story. And your son and his recovery will be in our prayers. And hopefully these are the signs that other parents can realize before it's too late.
Yep. And keep up the good work. I love listening to your show. I listen to it every day. All right?
Thank you, Kenneth from Ohio. John Fredericks Radio Network, phone lines open. What a heart-gripping story. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. Really hard to even move on after that, what Kenneth is going through. And those of you that know me know that our middle daughter, Claire, has suffered from anorexia for a very long time, which is another debilitating disease where a lot of therapy is needed. So that's why I was familiar with the various states where a couple of times near death, our daughter had to go to a facility where she couldn't sign herself out because the alternative was she was going to die. I mean, this is what parents are faced with when this kind of things happen, you know. And every day that I get a text from my daughter Claire, regardless of what she's doing, and she's doing fine now. She's doing great in Atlanta. She has a good job and she's stable. But every day you get a text like the alternative is she's dead. So it doesn't matter what the text says. The alternative is there's no text because she's in a coffin. And so a lot of parents deal with this like Ann and I have. Let's get to, where are we?
No, he just wanted to say that he enjoys the conversation.
Okay, that's we just got someone saying that, you know, they might be in a similar situation, but these are tough things. I mean, they're tough to talk about in the air, and parents go through it. And just because of Kenneth's story, our daughter Claire was not addicted to a fentanyl or cocaine or anything, but she's chronic anorexic, and a lot of those signs, man, you see them and you don't want to believe them, but they're there. And anorexia, another it's a horrible affliction. But now Claire is stable; she's doing great. So that's what matters. Things take time, and it hasn't been an easy path, but Connor will be fine, and parents are doing the right thing. John Fredericks Radio Network, trucking the truth across America. I will be right back for more from our sponsors.